Welcome back to Hanging with the Homeless. Once again, we thank you for viewing, and we're gathering a larger and larger audience. And starting this week, we're actually out on YouTube with the show, and we're going to actually be broadcasting worldwide. We're making a documentary that is going to Christian Brothers Films, who are awesome people out in Hollywood. They sent us free movies before their release. They're on our newsletter every week. We're finally getting the attention of many people in the Senate, in the House, and in Washington on the issues affecting the poor and homelessness. And the Citrus County does need help. You know, a lot of money goes to these large cities. You know, it goes to large people. Citrus County being rural, there are very few resources available. And if you're really on drugs and alcohol bad, you're out of luck. We've called the national hotline for assistance with drug and alcohol treatment. And I'll tell you exactly what they said, and they know their business. They just said, you know, you're in somewhere that you're just out of luck. Because we're not in Sumter, because we're not in Hernando. They draw the borders at Homosassa and the line over near Lake Paniscoffee. So we can't get the resources that are readily available to everybody else. Delva, we've tried how many programs to get you into?
I've lost count. At least in the past year, and this sounds horrible, but at least in the past year, I've been through 3 different programs. It's not an easy situation, and I know people are thinking, well, why don't you just stop? There is actually a sickness. It's an illness. It's not, you know, us addicts don't think of it as, you know, hey, just walk away from it. It's harder than that. It's a mental, it's a physical. It runs your life. It becomes a whole nother life.
Well, you yourself has lost a couple personal close friends here in the last couple months, and you know how hard it is. What do you think about the girls dying out there now, especially your friends that you really loved a lot? I know it's been hard on you, but how many more girls do you think it's going to take to die or get people before somebody does something?
I hope not, no more, because I lost one of my really, really closest friends. She hung herself because she couldn't take the sickness of being addicted no more. I challenge, and I know I'm not much of anyone, but I challenge the next person to go through it without the hospital help, without the medical help. I challenge that person that wants to judge an addict. Why don't you just walk away? I challenge you to go through the addiction, to get clean without the resource help.
You've been through more than any girl I've known, and you're still standing, and I'm very proud of that. But a lot of people do not understand that this county is right in the corridor where we do not have any inpatient alcohol and drug treatment programs. The mission, God willing, our next goal is to open a mini outpost just over the border in Sumter County, either in a trailer or whatever we need to do, so that we can use the valuable resources of LifeStream, which is an awesome program. But for somebody in Citrus County to go to LifeStream, it's $1,000 a day. But if we have a shelter in Sumter County, it's on a sliding scale, which we need. Same thing on the Homosassa border. If we can just put a small outpost over the line in Homosassa into Hernando, we have vast resources open up to us with Operation PAR and many programs that are working. But if anybody can say 2 to 3 people dying a day in Citrus County is right, they're wrong. And that is about the average. There's more people dying in Citrus County than anybody even realizes. You know, and it's time that people get the help they need and that they get their families back in order and we get the addiction problems out of the way. But unless there's treatment facilities available, it's never going to happen. You can lead a horse to water. You can take them to all the NA meetings, all the AA. They help to a degree if you want that help and you're strong enough to do it. But there's many people that have got so many problems, and fighting so many things going wrong in their life that they can't fight. They don't have it in them. They need medical withdrawal. They need the help that only these places can give them, and they're not getting it in Citrus County. What do you think that you would tell county officials and the state government and Rick Scott, who has cut off all the medical, the alcohol and drug treatment to all these mothers and all the people that are suffering because of their new, pain medication laws? What would you tell them about what they're doing to the girls that have no hope?
Stop. You're killing us. They are. The doctors, I know it's a daily job. I know it's not, much to think about because you don't go through it. One of my doctors that I used to go to was actually hooked on pain medication himself, and he's the one that said, you're going to end up killing yourself if you don't get help. And I didn't know the severity of it, because I thought it was right. The doctor's giving it to me. He knows more than I know. He's certified in this, so, why not? And he's the one that actually told me, there's no help here in Citrus County. You're going to have to go 2 hours away to get help. And it's hard, because I am on felony probation. I can't just up and leave the county to go and get help. I have to be in county until I am early term and do get off. I have to be in county 24/7. Without permission, I can get in even more trouble. And sending someone to jail is not going to help them, because the jails are even over full. So when people say, oh, well, they should go to jail, they should lose their kids, no, that's not the answer. Don't take more away from them. Give them help. That's what we need in this county is actual medical detoxing help.
Adelpha, I can only say I'm thankful you're still alive. And everybody loves you. And I'm the first to admit, if it weren't for you, I'd probably be dead. But a lot of people judge you because of the way you are. And you know what? I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm proud that the girls and even the guys come up to you and ask you for help. And it's amazing because you're fighting your own demons. You have, the loss of your children, everything else, and the probation thing. When's the last time you committed a crime?
It's been a long time. I was actually out of trouble 2 years before I got put on probation. That's just how long it took for them to decide what they're going to do with me.
Okay, we're running out of time. I love you.
I love you too.
And we thank all of you for tuning in, and we're going to keep going with these stories and showing the stereotyping is wrong. God bless all of you. Thank you for all your help.